Merce, coming to you first. Let's look at Liverpool. I mean, 4 wins from 4, 100% record in the Premier League so far. They get an opening win against Atletico Madrid, but you're not convinced by them so far. Why?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I could take 6 points off them and you wouldn't even flinch, really. Last kick of the game against Newcastle, I thought Newcastle were a better team. From 2-0 down, they looked like one team was going to win that game. Arsenal game, I thought Arsenal were very, very comfortable, bar an absolute weldy, another 2 points. And Burnley the other day, for all the shots they had, never really looked like scoring, and then a penalty, virtually last kick of the game. They're just getting over the line.
Yeah.
Champions get over the line, don't get me wrong. But they can't keep on doing that. They need to start playing well sooner or later. Today, I don't think they can play like they have been and win this football match. I don't see that today. They will have to pick their game up.
And we'll get Sue's thoughts on that in just a moment. But Clinton, you look at the points they've gained from the late goals so far this season, and they are doing it late, but then you look at Man United back in their pomp. We used to talk about Fergie time. They often used to leave it late in certain games. But 10 points gained in all competitions. They'd be down in 12th without those late goals so far. Now, you can look at it two ways. Either they're a vulnerable side or this is the strong winning mentality of champions. Which side are you on? Strong mentality, winning mentality of champions, without a shadow of a doubt.
So what's the champion about Geezer catching the ball at Burnley the other day?
Doesn't matter, that's a mistake.
Well, what's that got to do with
Liverpool? But that's got nothing to do with Liverpool.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
But he crosses it.
Liverpool?
It crosses it. Hannibal handballs it. Salah steps up. It's still a pressure penalty. Big players step up in big moments. Liverpool, they can't help it that Hannibal's handballed the ball. What I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, they are winning football matches. People can say they're not playing to their potential. So I feel sorry for every team when they start playing to their potential, then if they're getting results now. Because if you look at the run of games that they played at the moment, they've been difficult games, really difficult games. I think they're playing ever so well at the moment. You can say that in midweek when you can say they were 2-0 up. Atletico Madrid come back, it's 2-2, and they big players step up in big moments. Van Dijk with a fantastic header.
You can't keep on relying on that.
You're saying you can't keep relying on it, but at the moment they're doing it. It can't be luck. It can be luck the first time, but it can't be luck how many times we've seen it so far this season, can we?
But Merce, isn't the worry, and I'll come to you in a minute, Sue, so I know you're championing the bit, you're going to be watching this game. Isn't the worry for the rest that I think most would agree that this side is yet to fully click? Bertz is on the bench this afternoon. Szoboszlai moving back into the usual place he has in the team. That's the worry for the rest, isn't it? Because if they're 100%, albeit late goals, and they haven't truly clicked yet as a team, and Isak's still coming back to full fitness after no pre-season, that's the big concern for the rest, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting here in December and Slot still doesn't know his best team.
Because of the vast array of options.
Too much vast. Yeah. You know, if they go and win this game today, does that mean Isak don't play next week? Probably. You know, all of a sudden now you've got the two biggest signings in Wits and Isak are both sub in one of the biggest games that Liverpool play all season. This and Man United, it's their biggest games. For me, I think this is their strongest team, bar Isak, at the moment. But I would have played Wits out on the left. I would have played him out on the left, away from all the havoc, where he can come drifting in. Where we see Doku the other day, he's playing on the wing and he comes and he ends up getting the ball in the inside right position and setting up the goal for Foden because he's impossible to pick up. At the moment, I think it's just a little bit tight in there for Wits. But again, now they're not playing. But no, I don't buy into that. I don't buy into that. When they get going, that'll be it. I think if Arsenal get 4 points from their next two games, Arsenal will win the league.
7 points. Best start they've had in the last 4 seasons for Everton. But, I mean, being honest, it's been a fairly low bar in recent seasons for Everton. Yeah. But and you're just a little bit nervous. You were saying in the meeting yesterday you're quite nervous ahead of this one.
I'm an Everton.
But I'd have thought going into this one, given the way Everton have started the season, given those vulnerabilities that Liverpool do have, are you not hopeful?
It's been a good start for Everton, and I think when you look back to last season, as you mentioned, I think 4 games in, they were bottom with no points. So, of course, it's much better than that. I think the difference this season is Everton are going to win games. I think they've got that creativity and quality. You know, the likes of Grealish, Dewsbury Hall and Jai have been brilliant. They are struggling to be clinical in front of goal. I think Beto just doesn't have that consistency. He'll score 1, but then he'll miss too many chances. And I think Barry, who they've brought in, is still a work in progress. So, yeah, there is more positivity, I think, going into the game. But, you know, I think when you just look at Liverpool, it's fair to say that they've not been at their best. But the fact that they've still got that 100% record, the fact that they've had so many new players coming into the side, I just think it's going to take time for them to gel. So once they do gel, because you can see patterns, you can see glimpses of the quality that they've got, and you just think once that clicks and clicks continuously, consistently, they're certainly the team to stop.
But you think he also, surely at some point for David Moyes, that record he has at Anfield, which isn't exactly one you'd be too envious of. It's been a luckless hunting ground for him as a manager, both for Everton and West Ham. It's got to change at some point, but you're not fancying today as the day, even with the on-fire performance of Jack Grealish, who's going to cause that Liverpool side problems today.
Do you know, I'm a typical Evertonian. I'm obviously going to be very neutral today watching the game, but you're just always worried going to Anfield. And I don't think it's just David Moyes. There's so many managers that have struggled at Anfield, so many teams that have struggled at Anfield. And, of course, that's got to change at some point. And, yes, there is, like I say, there is that positivity going into it because of the creativity. But you just think, how are Everton going to set up today? Are they going to be defensively sound and well organised, or are they going to have a go? And that's going to be really interesting to see, because you think, yes, it'd be great if they do have a go, but then you look at the quality of that Liverpool team and you think they can certainly exploit any spaces that Everton leave.
Buddy, final word from you on this. Where do you stand? We heard from Merce, we heard from Clinton earlier. Is their run so far the mark of champions or a team flattering to deceive?
No, I think it's a mark of champions. I think Clinton, in terms of when he's saying that you can be lucky once or twice maybe, but there's a reason why, teams up the top end of the table, and especially teams that are winning championships, win games of football, because they keep going to, 90, 100 minutes at St James's Park with the score, the winner there. It can't always be luck. They'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. They'll keep knocking the door. Even during the week, you come back against Atletico Madrid, Virgil van Dijk obviously gets a header. Was that about 93 minutes or something as well? Burnley, it's late on. Even Arsenal, it's late on as well. We can't sit here and praise Sir Alex Ferguson for the amount of late goals that they got and then criticise Liverpool for the exact same.
I'm not saying they're lucky. I'm saying they're not playing well. They're not playing well. No one can tell me that they're playing well.
I think when you look at Liverpool right now, because they're going to concede goals.
But they're not playing well.
They're going to concede goals. I mean, that's just the way they're set up now. With the two full-backs as high as they are.
Not now. Not with that three in midfield, they won't. Not with that three. Not with Gravenberch. Not with Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister.
Liverpool will concede goals.
Not with them three.
Oh, wow.
Not with them three. But take one of them out.
The full-backs are high on the wingers.
I don't think they will not let in as many goals with them three in midfield as if they put Wits in there and take one of the three.
I get that, because they're obviously more attacking.
Yeah,
but
that's
at
what
the
I mean.
same time, you look at Liverpool, they've got an abundance of talent going forward. They're going to cause problems for teams. We've seen that in the past. They will just fancy themselves to outscore everyone. That's exactly what they're doing right now. And it hasn't. I wouldn't say they've been brilliant.
No, they haven't been good at all.
They've won 4 games. They're sitting top of the Premier League. They must be doing something right.